Okay.
All right.
All right.
I am ready.
Okay, so we're going to start with an introduction. Your name, your role in the community. If you want to share anything about your family, your work, activities, anything like that.
No, my name's Rippy, and I'm retired. I just kind of float along to whatever comes down the stream, and that's what I deal with.
And when did you first join the Tobacco Free Coalition?
Boy, probably, I would say about 17 years ago, 16 years maybe.
Okay. So why are you part of the Hancock County Tobacco Free Coalition all these years later?
Well, I'd say my biggest reason was once I actually started participating in some of the cessation classes. I really enjoyed doing that, and I met a lot of nice people doing that. That was probably the best motivator for me anyway. I'll put it that way. That's probably the best way to put it.
And then share a little bit about how a coalition program helped you, and a little bit about your quit smoking story.
Well, I think one thing, I was pretty much had decided I was really ready to quit, and my wife happened to see the ad in the newspaper for the coalition, or for the cessation classes rather, and said, well, I said, okay, I'll try that. So off we went, and on the 6th of December, well, 18 years ago in December, I put them down, and I haven't picked them up since.
And how did the program help you quit?
I guess it kind of reinforced the way I felt about the fact that I'd smoked all those years and I'd finally decided to quit. I think it sort of supported you and reinforced you a little bit, because every once in a while you'll have those weak moments.
And how have you used your story and your experience to help others?
Oh geez, I've told my story so many times in those cessation classes. I should just record it and play the tape, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, you know, I've had some of the people that went through the classes say, you know, we really appreciate the fact that you took the time to come in here and talk to us. Being an ex-smoker, you can relate to us better than most of the time. The instructors haven't been smokers. Very rarely has the instructor actually smoked. So it's kind of first-hand knowledge, I guess you could say.
How is the work of the Tobacco Free Coalition important to the community?
Well, I think the biggest thing it does, anymore anyway, not quite so much like it used to be, but I think anymore it kind of brings to the forefront the facts about smoking, how it can bother your health, how bad it is for you, it can be for you. I think it also addresses the youth market really more so than the adults. I don't notice so many adults smoking as I used to. I actually think the smoking's down.
So can you speak to the longevity of the coalition? Why do you think it's lasted 20 years, been strong over the last 20 years, and what are some things you've seen it do that's contributed to that?
Well, I think a lot of it is the fact that you're in the neighborhood or in the area, and you address people. You know, we've done a lot of health fairs, which are a good thing. Showed up at some events, and more than willing usually to talk to somebody if they say, well, can you help me, or what do you think about trying to stop smoking? I think that's all good things.
Okay. And what are some ways that you volunteered over the years, other than to quit smoking classes?
I've done so many health fairs. I've volunteered out at the state fairgrounds when they have their booth out there, and just quite a few things just around the community.
What is the most important accomplishment or strength of the coalition at the front of your mind?
I would say getting the information out there and trying to explain to people, this is how this works and this is what you can do to help yourself. I'd say that's probably the best thing.
Okay. What are your thoughts on what's needed to keep the coalition going or to continue the work of tobacco prevention and cessation in our community and in Indiana?
That's a tough question.
It's okay.
The one thing the big difference I really notice now as opposed to back when is you don't have, well, of course you got to take into consideration the COVID thing because you don't have people asking quite as much about it. You're not running the cessation classes, so people aren't talking about that, they're not signing up for that. And gosh, I don't know, I guess that's...
Okay. What is your favorite memory or memories during your time spent as part of the Hancock County Tobacco Free Coalition?
I would say the volunteering probably, like the health fairs. I mean, you meet some interesting people, and someone is always willing to tell you their quit story, and some of them are really interesting. Mm-hmm. Some of them are hilarious, but some of them are really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever think, in all your years, that one day you would end up being a spokesperson or an advocate for this cause?
No, I did not. As a matter of fact, when I first quit smoking, my buddies, one day one good friend called me and he said, hey, a bunch of these guys we used to work with are getting together. If you'd like to come up and have a couple beers and kind of shoot the bull, come on up. So I get up there and I'm sitting at a table and there's probably 20 of us. And I'm the only guy there that's not smoking. And my one friend, good friend, was sitting across from me. And he looked at me really strange and he said, hey, you really did it, didn't you? I said, did what? He said, you stopped smoking. I said, yes, I have. That was kind of my trial by error too. If I could sit there and have a couple beers and not smoke, that was kind of, said, okay, I'm there, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. And what did your family and friends think of your move into volunteering in this world?
I don't know about that one for sure. I know they couldn't believe I actually quit smoking. I mean, they really did not believe that one. Mm-hmm. My kids didn't, just. But I don't think they actually saw me volunteering. Although, over the years, I've done some teaching and some classes and this, that, and the other. So, it wasn't a big step for me to do that.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how you and your wife started working together or volunteering together, how that evolved? How you've kind of done that together?
Well, I think probably she just tagged along in the beginning. I said, well, if you want to go, you can go. And eventually it got to where, she felt like she should be participating. And she did a lot of times. She did a lot of participation.
Okay. Any other thoughts or comments?
No, I guess not.
Inspiration?
I guess not. I don't know that I can inspire anybody, but...
Well, I was going to ask, when it comes to the health fairs and things like that, were people coming up to you, or were you reaching out to people?
Well, I think a little bit of both. We were reaching out, and once they realized that that's what you were there about, then you will get people that approach you and talk to you about how they quit, or that they would like to quit, or they got a grandma they'd like to see quit. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering if people were hesitant to approach you, or if they were open.
They're pretty open. For the most part, they're pretty open.
Yeah.
Now, every once in a while, you'll get a couple people where one is trying to get the other one to stop smoking, and that can get a little heated up every once in a while.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. We're good.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Cool. Nice work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
See, Brenna's in the paper today.
She is?
Yeah.
You want a copy?
Yeah.
I've got one.
You've got one? You
Yeah,
want extras? We can give you extras.
She might want extras.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,